Hello, I am Neeraj. Today I will try to explain gradient boosting for classification purpose. For this I have taken a very simple example. Our example contains a simple table with three fields: age, income and credit rating, and class, just two classes, no and yes. No means people not buying laptop, yes means people buying laptop. Again, age group contains three age categories. First age less than or equal to 30, second age category is from 31 to 40, and third age category is greater than 40. Income again considered as three categories: high income group capital H, low income group capital L, median income group represented by capital M. For credit rating, I have used just two credit ratings: fair, small f represented by, and excellent represented by capital E. Now, how to apply the classification by using gradient boosting for this simple data set. So, our first step will be to compute the log odds, and the second step will be to compute the probabilities by using this log odds. This step is very much simple and similar to we use in logistic regression. So, how to compute the log odds? So, in that case, you can see that our positive classes are 6 and negative classes are 3. Total number of records are 9. So p value will be 6 by 9, simple probability. So our log odds will be computed by once you solve this, you will get something very much similar to 0.693. We can represent it as a variable x. Now the next part is to compute the probability. To compute the probability, we will use the sigmoid, like we use in the logistic regression also, e to the power minus x. So once you fill this x value here, you will get 1 plus e to the power minus 0.693, and after solving you will get value very much similar to like 0.666. So we can round it like 0.7. So this is our classification probability. So we can store this classification probability as 0.7. This is our initial classification probability that obtained from these two steps. Now the second step is to compute the residuals. Actually, computation of residuals are very important in the gradient boosting because in entire tree constructions, instead of class level, we use the residuals only. So now let us calculate the residuals. Computation of residuals are also very easy. As we represent negative as 0 and positive as 1, so here our positive is class yes. So there are several ways to use or apply cost functions to compute the residuals, but here we will use a very simple way to compute the residuals. We will use the classification probability and the existing class labels to compute the residuals, and our residuals computations will be like the given classification probability minus computed probability or first classification probability. So for this class where class level is 0, class level is n represented by value 0 will be computed by 0 minus 0.7. So this is our first classification probability obtained by using these two steps. So it will be equal to minus 0.7. So same value here you can see minus 0.7. Again for the second it will be minus 0.7. Now for third record you can see that classification labels are yes. So for yes you can see that value is 1. So it will be 1 minus 0.7. It will be equal to 0.3. So here you can see all residuals 0.3, 0.3, 0.3 and like that. Last again you can see the class level n. So it will be computed like 0 minus 0.7. So it will be minus 0.7. So these are the residuals. Now the next step is to form the decision tree. We can prepare the decision tree by using column C1, column C2, column C3. Column C1 is age, income, credit rating, and residuals, not the class levels. So how to construct the tree? We can use a very simple information gain principle. To construct the tree. But here I have used the information gain to construct the tree. But several times you will face the issue like in the case of information gain, it shows some biasness towards levels, class levels having higher number of records. So in that case, you can use the gain ratio also, or you can shift to Gini index. So in this case, you can see the split. First split is based on the age through the information gain, and second split for age group less than 30. This part split is based on income. For age group 31 to 40, you can see all classes are yes, so there is no split. And for age group greater than 40, second split is based on credit rating like excellent and fair. Now, other important thing that you may ask, like why I have used these values like 0 minus residual values instead of yes and no. So as I discussed earlier, I have used the residuals in place of class levels. So these are in our leaves. Now you may ask that it is possible to split it again, but here I try to prune and keep the tree as small as possible. In the general case for gradient boosting, people try to use 8 to 32 leaves. So, but for simplicity, I have used just 5 nodes. 5 leaf nodes. Now, the next step is to compute the probability. Like we computed classification probability in earlier stage when we already had class levels, but now we have tree. So to compute the probability will be slightly different. First of all, we have to compute the weight for each of these leaf nodes. So how to compute the weight of these leaf nodes? It is very simple. It will be computed like a summation of residuals divided by summations of previous probabilities into 1 minus previous probabilities. So how we can apply this scheme for all those leaves? So now let us start with this leaf node. Here you can see that we have 2 residuals. So and both residuals are coming from these 2 records. If you traverse the tree like age less than or equal to 30, then income is high, then you will get these 2 records. So residuals will be minus 0.7 minus 0.7 divided by. Now for each residuals you have to compute this part. So in our case, the previous probability or classification probability that is already computed and it is 0.7. So it will be 0.7 into 1 minus 0.7 plus for this residual, this part is for this residuals, and for this residual you have to again compute like this. Once you solve this, you will get value something around like 0.33. So for simplicity, you can just consider a round value like minus 3.0. Now let us compute the weight for this leaf. This is again easy. And how to compute? So it will be again like 0.3 divided by only one residual that is coming from this record. So it will be 0.7 into 1 minus 0.7. Once you compute, so you will get some value something around 1.4. So we can take it like 1.4. Similarly, when you try to compute the weight for this three residuals in the leaf node, then you have to take each of these residuals is value. Like here we have used all three residuals, and then for each residuals you have to compute this part. So it will be like 0.7 minus into 1 minus 0.7 plus 0.7 into 1 minus 0.7 plus 0.7 into 1 minus 0.7. Once you compute, you will get a value very much similar to like 1.4. And similarly for this, computations will be too easy. Now let us consider this. You have to just remove these two parts. Once you compute, you will get value again similar to like 1.4. Once you solve this equation, you will get the same value. And for single node, this part, it is again very simple. For this part, it is like minus 0.7 divided by 0.7 into 1 minus 0.7. So you will get value something around minus 3.33 like we calculated here. So you can take it like minus 3.0. So these are the weight of our leaf nodes. These weights are very important and will be very useful in all future computations. So let us mark all those leaf nodes weight like, so that in future we can easily identify this. Now the next step is to compute the probability score for each of those records. Now let us take the record R1, that is our first record. So once you traverse the tree, age less than or equal to 30, income is high, then you will get residuals as minus 0.7. So we will use the residuals, previous residual values, and weight of those leaf node and sigmoid score that we have used earlier in computation of probability. So in our case, for record R1, probability can be computed like sigmoid of minus 0.7 plus learning rate. Suppose we take our learning rate as 0.2. Generally we can take learning rate any value from 0 to 1, and then our leaf weight. So it is minus 3.0. So once you solve, so now try to expand this. It will be equal to 1 divided by 1 plus e to the power minus 0.7 plus 0.2 minus 3.0 e to the power minus. So once you solve, you will get value something around 0.214. So we can take the rounded value like 0.2. So our probability will be like 0.2. For this record, it is again very much simple or same. You can traverse the tree on the same way and everything, all records will be repeated. So you can easily compute the probability score like that. Now for this record, it will be slightly different because age less than or equal to 30 and income is lower, so our leave weight is 1.4. So in that case probability score can be computed by using our previous residuals 0.3 plus learning rate 0.2 that we have taken. We can take the record it like we are taking the learning rate 0.2 always, so it is 1.4. So we can simplify it like 1 plus e to the power minus 0.3 plus 0.2 into 1.4. Once you solve the entire equations with the help of calculator, you will get value something very much similar to like 0.641. So we can take the rounded value as 0.6. So here our probability value will be like 0.6. And for this record age group between 31 to 40, again the leave weight is same. So and residual is again same. So we will take the residual learning rate and 1.4, that is our leave weight. So entire computations will be same. We will get the same results, same set of results for all three records. So it will be 0.6. Now for age group greater than 40, for credit rating fair, you can see that leave weights are 1.4. So previous residuals are 0.3, learning rate 0.2, and these all three will be same. So entire computation will give the same results. Now for this, it will be slightly different. For age group greater than 40 and credit rating excellent, you can see the value minus 0.30. So here our computation will be slightly different. This part will change to minus 3.0 and this part will change to your residuals minus 0.7 and this part will go like credit your leave node score, so minus 3.0. So once you change this here, minus 0.7 plus 0.2 into minus 3.0, you will get score something very much similar to like 0.2 like we got here. So here you can see it like 0.2. Now the next step is to compute the second residuals. How to compute the second residuals? For again second residuals, we will take our class levels. For no equal to 0, for yes the value will be 1. So here our probabilities are class probabilities are like 0.2, 0.2, 0.6 like that. So for negative value, for this record R1, class level is negative, so it will be like 0 minus 0.2, so it will be like minus 0.2. And for this again, due to negative class level, it will be minus 0.2. This is a positive class level, so it will be 1 minus calculated probability for this record 0.6, that will be equal to 0.4. So it is equal to 0.4. Again the same will be applied here. For class 1 minus 0.6 equal to 0.4, that will be computed here also due to these two. So 0.4, same way we can compute the residuals like that. And here again 0.4, again 0.4, and for this case it will be minus 0.2. Now we have second residuals ready. So this is our column 5. So we will prepare a tree 2 by using three data fields: age, income and credit rating with residual 2. So I have prepared one tree by using same information gain, having a split like age, income and credit rating. So income again high and low. In the case of high, we got two residuals, minus 0.2 and minus 0.2, and for low we have 0.4, and this is age group. So this is for age group less than or equal to 30. This is for 31 to 40, and this is for greater than 40. So for this all classes are same. So we have residuals like 0.4, 0.4 and 0.4. And again credit rating we have same as old. We got the similar kind of tree breaks like excellent and fair. For excellent we got record minus 0.2, and for fair we got two records 0.4 and 0.4. Now again we have to compute the leaf weight like we had computed earlier. So how we can compute it? We have computed by using simple formula of residuals and previous probabilities. So in that case, leaf weight will be computed by using sum of residuals divided by sum of previous probabilities into 1 minus previous probabilities. Now consider this leaf and this two. So if you consider both records are coming from here, so our residuals are minus 0.2 minus 0.2. So for first residual you can see that our previous probability is 0.2, and for second residual also our previous probability is 0.2. So computation will be 0.2 into 1 minus 0.2 plus 0.2 for second residual. This previous probability will be used into 1 minus 0.2. So once you solve, you will get value something around 1.25 dot. So we can round it like minus 1.3. So in this case, we can say that our weight is minus 1.3. Now for this leaf, let us try to compute the weight. So this leaf actually comes from this record. Here the previous probability is 0.6 and there is only one residual. So the entire equations will be very simple, like 0.6 divided by, a residual is 0.4 and the previous probability is 0.6. So 0.6 into 1 minus 0.6. Once you solve this, you will get value something like 1.666. So you can take it like 1.7. So I have pre-computed all those things and I am using those values directly. Similarly, for these three nodes, for this leaf, you can see that we have three residuals. So here we will take the sum of 3, like 0.4 plus 0.4 plus 0.4. You can see that all three residuals are coming from here, and previous probabilities for all of these are 0.6 that we had computed earlier. So it will be like 0.6 into 1 minus 0.6 plus 0.6 into 1 minus 0.6 in plus 0.6 into 1 minus 0.6. So once you compute, you will get the value something around almost same value like 1.7. And similarly you can compute this value also, you can compute the weight of this leaf also. This is actually coming from this record. So same here, you can see that 0.2 is previous probability, 0 is our residual. So residual minus 0.2 you can fit here, previous probability you can fit here and here, and you can compute, you will get value very much similar to like 1.3. And the same way when you compute this, you will get value something very much similar to 1.7. So now we have a complete second tree ready. So tree 1, tree 2, we can extend it to any number of trees. Now we can use those on both tree and our previous classification probability to classify any new data. So this is again very interesting how we can use this classification probability that we computed earlier, this tree and this tree, to make any classification by using gradient boosting. Now the next part is how to use these two trees and classification probability that we computed earlier to get some prediction score. For that, let us consider we have a data like age greater than 40 and income is high and credit rating is excellent. So what will be the prediction value? How to compute? So how we can compute? It is very simple. We will take the sigmoid into our classification probability that we have computed earlier plus 0.2 into 0.2 is our learning rate into weight that is coming from tree 1 plus learning rate and into weight coming from tree 2. So if we have a multiple number of trees, we can continue like that. But now here we have just 2 trees, so we take only this. So now put all those values. So sigmoid into our classification probability is 0.7 into 0.2. Now values which are coming from tree 1. So how we can get that value which are coming from tree 1? So take this age greater than 40. Traverse this first tree, age greater than 40. Income is high, not matching here, but credit rating is excellent. So it is minus 0.30. So weight we can put here plus 0.2. Now again get the weight from second tree. How to compute? Age greater than 40 and credit rating is excellent. So weight is minus 1.3, sorry. So once you compute it by using 1 divided by convert the sigmoid into a general sigmoid equations. So e to the power minus, it will be e to the power minus 0.7 plus 0.2 into minus 3.0 plus 0.2 into minus 1.3. Once you solve, you will get value very much something around, I had computed, and we got value very much something around 0.46 dot dot dot, something like that. Now, how to take decision when we are using sigmoid based functions? In the case of sigmoid based functions, we generally consider that anything greater than 0.5, if it is greater than 0.5, then we will take it like class 1, and if it is less than 0.5, then we take it class 0. Here class 1 means yes and 0 means no. So here the value 0.46 is less than 0.5, so the class level will be no. So this is the way we can use the trees in gradient boosting for classification purpose. I feel that you have enjoyed this video, so thanks for watching.